Hello, hello, hello YouTube. Last Game Hunter is back. And I'm going to do a My 5 Super NES games. I haven't done a My 5 in a while, so this I thought would be a great show. Now guys, I did say I was going to give away a mug. At 50 likes, please comment in that video I stated happy birthday, so I knew who hit the likes. Now the video has done over 80 views already, but only 20 likes. Did I do something wrong? Could have hit dislike. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if I've gotten over 80 views, I'm sure 50 different people have watched it. We could have had the draw already. So I'm going to put a link, you'll see up in this area here. Yeah. And I'm going to, at the end of the video, have a link to that video too. So please, if you're watching this video and you have not watched the other video, or you watched it but you forgot to hit like, even though I think I mentioned it 100 times, then please do so I can give the mug away. It's a really cool mug. And I think that this is something that should be in everybody's household. So guys, sit back, relax, grab a pop or a coffee that could have went in your new mug, and check out My 5.
Let's go racing! It's Super Mario Kart Funny Car Madness! Only on Super NES. Turn the track into a giant mud pit. Or burn rubber on ice, wood, or asphalt. Mix it up with the big boys. See Bowser in his Bigfoot-topping truck. See Yoshi's go-kart really good. Mushrooms, banana peels, turtle shells. Dynamite! Check your rear view and make him eat dust. Or go into battle mode and ruin his day. Too speed. Fast and way too fast. It's two-player fun on the split screen. Only for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now when you're playing with power, super power.
So guys, coming in at number 5 is Wing Commander. I'm bringing up both here because Wing Commander and the secret missions I'm counting as one. Now, the reason why it's number 5, you guys know I'm a huge Wing Commander fan, but the game isn't as playable or as properly playable as, for example, it was on the PC. And I grew up playing it on the PC, but I did have a fond for it, so I will include it, and I do consider it my number 5. It would normally be higher. This could be number 1 if it was played the way it was meant to be, but unfortunately, it's not. So, you know, what can I say? The animation, this kind of was like the PC. It definitely was some stuff taken from the PC to make this game. And this animation where they're like running and then the ship and, you know, loading the cockpit, it excited me back then. This was like, oh my god, this is like the best thing in the world. And I look back at it now and I'm like, really? And then flying out through there, that was like, whoo, that was so cool. And I remember my first time ever playing this was on my buddy's PC, which was like a 486 or a 386. It was like, you know, old school. And I'm telling you guys, this game warmed my heart. Not the best way to play it, but still fun. Number 5. Now, number 4, I guess it's Super Chase HQ. I love this game. I think I bought it out of Cash Converters. I normally don't do that, but it was a good deal. $3. This game I played a ton of in the arcade, and unfortunately, without that feel of the steering wheel and everything, it never quite was the same on any console. But because it is Super Chase HQ and it is a ton of fun, because regardless if I could play it the way it was on the arcade or not, I still enjoy it. So it comes in at number 4. Now guys, who can forget Chase HQ? You walk into the arcade, you see a stick shift, a steering wheel, and brake and gas pedal, and you're like, what? And then you chase down cars and smash into him to take out the bad guy? No way! Make no wonder I love this game. So guys, number 4 definitely falls in as Chase HQ. There's nothing more fun as far as a beat it up, smash kind of race slash whatever car cop game you could ever think of for the Super NES. My number 4. Now number 3 is going to come in as Super Mario World. Now I know Super Mario World is probably the best all-time Super Mario game of all time. And it's a great game. It's well done. And I put a lot of hours into it, and the replayability was there. I can turn it on now and play it and still enjoy the game with my kids or buddies or whatever and still play the game. And that's what makes this game number 3. It is just an awesome game. I would have loved to... It was a close number 1. It was. But if I go back to my childhood, 2 more games were played more than this. Okay guys, there's not much I gotta say about this next game. Everybody loves Super Mario World. It is fun, it was vibrant, it was revolutionary again at this point. Nobody else had anything like it. It really brought Mario to life, and this was the have-to game. So guys, if you haven't played this, which I hope you have, check it out. It is my number 3.
Now you're playing with power, super power.
Super Mario World, created especially for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a bit more exciting, a bit more challenging, a bit more graphic, a bit more colorful, a bit more realistic, a bit more levels, a bit more secret, a bit more enemies, a bit more friends, a bit more sound, a bit hotter, a bit cooler, a bit weird, a bit more revolutionary, a bit more Mario, a bit more of what you want. It's 16-bit, and it's yours only if you get new Super Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Now, one of the games that I played probably non-stop, and it was great because it was a great bond between me and my brothers. And at this point in time, I was living with my 3 half-brothers because my dad had remarried. And we played a ton of this. See, when I grew up, I did not really have a Super NES, but my brothers did. So we played a ton of it that way. And I got my fill. Right? So I wasn't just all Sega. I grew up playing some Nintendo. Of course I did. And it was Stanley Cup. NHL Stanley Cup. I know. A cheap dollar game. Coming in at number 2. Because this game has so much nostalgia. The graphics, the gameplay, everything about this game was mind-blowing for its time. This was revolutionary for a hockey game for its era. And I gotta give it to Nintendo on this one. I hate to say it. As much as I love my Mario Lemieux hockey and whatever, this was still played more than any of my Sega hockey games. I did say that. Sorry, Sega. Sorry, boys. But, truthfully, the most played NHL game of my life is Stanley Cup. And he got the puck, and he's checking. Oh my god, the carnage! Skate around him, skate around him. Guys, this game is so much fun. And of course, I was always Pittsburgh. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, I do. I love Pittsburgh. Yeah, Canadiano, like into Pittsburgh. It's true. And this game, I played tons of hours. I forgot to mention, my real brother lived with us at the time, too. We all played. So my half-brothers, my brother, we bonded so much playing this game, fought over this game, fought over who was playing next. You know the routine when you're kids. But look at the design and graphics for its time. The game is amazing. So guys, coming in at number 2, Stanley Cup for the Super NES. Now, number 1. I actually have not found a copy of it yet. So I still do not own my number 1 game of all time. And it is Super Conflict. Now, Super Conflict is not my average type of game. It's not a game that I would pick up and play today as far as like a new version or something of it. But would I play Super Conflict again as the original? Oh, heck yes. The game was amazing. It was very simple. You know, you had checkered areas for your properties and land and masses and so on, and you moved your fighter jets or tanks or whatever over another object, and you had an attack. Then you'd have some screens come up and you'd have your animation. It was a very simple looking game, kind of like a Risk. I love Risk as a board game. Grew up playing Risk. I collect tons of Risk board games. And this game, oh my god, I couldn't put it down. It was a Super NES game that had me glued to the television. And when I say glued, I mean I was sitting like this. And I probably didn't do this. I was just glued to this game. It was just an amazing game I had a lot of fun with. My family were pissed off because they couldn't get the TV because I was playing Super Conflict so much. So guys, if anybody out there has Super Conflict and would love to sell it, send me a message. I'm open. I'm looking for that game. I would love to get it boxed, but loose is cool too. Guys, number 1, Super Conflict. This, like I said, was a Risk type game where you tried to take over continents and areas, kind of in a checkerboard kind of fashion. And what can I say? It was a great game. You just moved your vehicles and your armies into positions that, you know, you're only allowed to move X amount of spaces. I'm just remembering this from when I was a kid, and it was just great. I don't know why it was so captivating for me. It was one of the simplest games as far as gameplay goes, but it was my most played game, and I loved it. And then when you went into like the fight scenes and the animation and stuff, and of course turn-based, and I hate turn-based games, but this game was turn-based and I loved it. Today, moving forward, I cannot play a turn-based game. So guys, number 1, hands down, Super Conflict, the best Super NES game of my era. No contenders. So guys, I hope that everybody enjoyed my 5 Super NES games. I would love to see what's your favorite My 5s. Comment below, let me know. I love to hear what everybody has, because everybody's different, and my My 5 may not even be close to most people's My 5s. Especially like the NHL game. Maybe everybody thought that was, really? What? And I was like, duh. But yeah, I loved it. And it was my strong number 2. Super Conflict at number 1. And my other titles. So guys, please, like, share. If you're not subscribed, please do so. All this helps my channel grow. And growth is a ton of fun. I enjoy this so much. And I enjoy it with you guys. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for being around. Till next time, guys, it's all fun and games.